but out they come. Zhu Jing from China, world number 10, 19 years old, lost out to her opponent here, Kang Chae in the world final in Gwangju. Kang, the 2019 and 2023 champion, is back on the form that lent her the moniker, the Destroyer. A third appearance at the Hyundai Archery World Cup final. She's won on both the other occasions that she's made it through to here. Debut for Zhu. And she'll feel confident going up against Kang Chae. Athlete shooting over 70 meters. We use a set system here, so each set is self-contained, 3 arrows per archer. If you win a set, you get 2 points. If you draw, you get 1. And the target for the win is 6. Kang Chae starts things off with a brilliant 10.
And she perfectly matches her opponent. Just dropped into the 8. But it is very rainy today, so they have to keep up their minds to the conditions of the weather. A good 9 from Zhu.
So Zhu with the mini advantage here. Kang with her last arrow of the set will be looking for that 10 ring again. And she gets it. A 28 out of a possible 30 is a great start, but 29 available for Zhu. Can she get off to a brilliant start? And she shoots it into the 8, so 29 becomes 27, and Kang pinches the points in the first set. Well, that was a bit of a surprise, Mary.
Yeah, I think the rain is something they really have to think about in these matches. It seems to be really pouring there, so the rain might beat the arrows a little bit lower than they expected.
Well, Kang shooting an 8 between 2 10s was enough to take the points in the first set. And I wonder if we're already seeing the effect of pressure. Zhu looking just a little bit frustrated with that one. Now, new graphics this year on display. Zhu's final arrow dropping low into the 8. And as Mary said, perhaps affected a little bit by the rain. Well, you can see in the skyline that skyscraper on the right of the 3 buildings is much taller than perhaps we can see. Set number 2. Trading Archer shooting first, and she goes into the 9.
What a perfect shot from Kang. Right into the X ring.
Now that arrow has been marked as a 10 because it's hit the line. So you get the higher score. And it did look like a 10. 28 finish for Zhu. So a 9 enough to go 4-0 up for Kang. Oh, into the 10 ring for a perfect 30 out of 30. And if anything, Kang Chae getting better and better. Those 3 arrows in a very, very tight group. She'll be very happy with her performance. Now, in these conditions, sometimes it takes a little bit longer for archers to dial into the middle of the target. And we could see the rain tipping down here. How impressive is it that Kang has shot a perfect 30 in just the second set?
It is really impressive. Even yesterday, we saw compounds not shooting perfect 30s all the time. So this from Kang is amazing.
She's containing all her emotions. You saw her smiling and chatting along with her opponents pre-match, but you can see how good this group size is, and she's just able to flick a switch and turn the archery-only brain on. Solid start from Kang Chae, and as we move into set number 3, Kang can do this in just 9 arrows. Set number 3, and Zhu starts with a 9, and the form that Kang is in, that could be problematic. She also goes 9.
Just a bit out. Might be the rain affecting her arrow flight. Perfect X.
We'll just get an average of 20 seconds per arrow. Kang has left the door open here for Zhu to get herself on the scoreboard. A 10 to seal the points in this set required. She drops into the 9 for a 28. So now a 10 required from Kang to share the points in set number 3. She goes 9 for a 27, and that means that Zhu Jing gets herself on the scoreboard. I suppose that's the beauty of the set system, isn't it? You can go 4-0 down, and as long as you get yourself on the scoreboard, you can get back into the match. You just know that if you're going to win it, it's going to go to 5 sets.
Yeah, I think that's a really good thing that the Reekers have. No matter if you have one bad arrow, you can always make a comeback and potentially take the win.
We're getting a good look at the view from Kang's point of view, just behind her at least. Again, not showing any emotion despite going 3 9s. But here's a comparison of all 6 arrows. Zhu's arrows flying at a maximum height of just over 3.2 meters. Start of set number 4. Zhu still trailing. She goes high 9.
Just taking the 10 line a little low. She's asking her coach where the arrow exactly went.
Oh. Plenty of support, unsurprisingly, on home soil. This Hyundai Archery World Cup final being hosted in China for the very first time.
Great shot from Kang.
So this is in the Koreans' hands. Zhu, all she can do here is try and get the highest possible score to put some pressure on. She seemed to hold on a little bit there, but a 29, great score in these conditions. But a 9 from Kang, and she'll be within a point of winning. A 10 and it's game over for Zhu. Oh, back into the X ring, and another 30th second of the match. And that is a 6-2 victory for Kang Chae from Korea. The host nation's Zhu Jing out to the world number 2. And finally, we see a smile from Kang Chae.
I think she was really in the zone right there. We usually call it the flow state. That's where you kind of block everything else out and just go there and do your shots.
Well, we're up and running here in the recurve women's competition at the Hyundai Archery World Cup final of 2025. Season closer, and the Kang Chae from Korea is through to the semi-finals. Picture of concentration, not allowing any emotions to get in the way of the process. And 3-10s required to finish the job off in the 4th set for a 6-2 victory for Kang Chae. Average arrow impact point just over 2.5 centimeters away from the middle of the target. Yang Chang-hyun, the coach, delighted. Tricky one for Zhu. She's had a great 2025 silver medal at the World Championships, but her debut appearance at the Hyundai Archery World Cup final has ended at the first time of asking, but to a superstar from Korea. So, like I said, we will start filling up these brackets as we move through the competition. Kang Chae through to the semi-finals. And will it be an all-Korean first semi-final? Because in the next quarterfinal, we'll see An San from Korea taking on Michelle Kruppen from Germany.